lesson, we'll be looking at designing for problem-solution fit. You'll learn what problem-solution fit is and how it differs from product-market fit, and how to find your problem-solution fit using the Lean Canvas framework. So first of all, problem-solution fit is when you validate that the problem exists. This means you validate your problem hypothesis using real-world data and feedback. You gather information from real users to determine whether or not they actually care about the pain points that you're trying to solve. Second, you validate that your solution solves a problem. So when you validate that the target audience appreciates the solution that you are delivering to them. The problem-solution fit is something that happens at the first, very early stage of a startup. It's when the founders have discovered a deep customer problem in an underserved market, and so they see an opportunity to create their product. There's a lot of pivoting and working closely with a few set of customers as you gather feedback and refine your idea as you move forward. As you can see from the graph, the problem-solution fit is focused in the first 3 months, maybe slightly more, of your startup phase, whereas a product-market fit comes much later on, about a year in. So what is exactly the difference between these two terms? Let's clarify that immediately. The problem-solution fit focuses on early evangelists, so early adopters. These are people who really have that pain point and are looking for a solution, and they're comfortable with missing features and a nice design in UX and whatnot. It's a phase which is focused on validating the product ideas and tweaking them to get to a product which fits, and on focusing on building value. So it's not focused on profits or on testing out different pricing strategies. The product market fit, on the other hand, is really that next phase in which you focus on selling your product to a larger mainstream market. The solution at this point has to be more robust, so it needs to be well designed, it needs to have certain features, and customers will only follow you once you've shown and demonstrated certain success across a set of problems. So this phase is really about validating the market and expanding that customer base, and to start also focusing on setting a competitive price, analyzing what price works, what prices are out there in other products, and how to set yours for your revenue. Early evangelists are crucial to this first phase. They are essentially the ideal customer, someone who not only has a strong pain point. Here in the hierarchy of pain, you can see it's at the level 5, so they don't just have a problem and are aware of it, they're actually actively seeking for a solution, and they also have a budget available and are willing to pay for it. So where do you find these early evangelists? There's no one solution. Here's just some ideas. They're not there waiting for you, so you need to find a way to reach them. They may be a bit hidden. You can start by leveraging your network. Talking about your solution to potential people in your network may connect you to people who have that pain point and are willing to test it out for you. You can look at gathering places, offline or online. Some online media channels are very specific to niche markets or to any form of niche groups, so that might be a good way to engage in the community. Be careful, because not all communities some of them are very trusted spaces, so you don't want to come in as an outsider who is purely trying to sell something, but make it a co-development and something a bit interesting also for the people with the pain point. You can go to events, or you can do some paid advertising in a very broad sense. If your problem solution is very specific, you may need to rely on agents, partners, or consultants as well. So how do you find problem solution fit? I'm going to introduce here the Lean Canvas model. It's a lean version, as you can imagine, of the business canvas. It's a slightly faster and easier one, which is made specifically for startups, given this quick pivoting in the initial phases. It helps you identify what could work and why. It helps you identify solutions which have a higher probability of adoption, to reduce the time spent on testing, and to get a better overview of the situation as a whole. And it allows you to keep it lean, fast, and really to the point. So you don't have to be editing a 20-page business plan every time that you want to quickly change and see the effect of that change. So let's go a little bit deeper into the different elements. How do you fill in this lean canvas? It can be a bit shocking at first, but I'll give you a guide. Start with the customer segments. Number 1 here. You have to define who your target audience is, as this will predefine also your business model. Then move to defining your problem. So try to create a list of 1 to 3 pain points that each segment has and try to be as specific as possible. If you want, you can use the 5 why technique, which is state a problem, ask yourself why there's that problem, and come up with a solution. And then ask yourself why again, and do that 5 times. That allows you to really kind of zoom in to a very specific or more specific issue and to get to the core of the problem. Third, jump to the revenue streams. So how is your business going to make revenue? And this is important because if you don't see how you can monetize your solution right from the start, then it's not a viable business, and you may want to take a step back and reevaluate what your problem is. Continue with the solution. So look at the problem, see what you listed, and come up with some first obvious, first come to your head solutions. And then write the unique value proposition, which means what makes you different? What is your product different, and why would someone choose you over someone else? Finally, find some effective channels. Just think about your perfect customers, where they are, what type of content they consume, and how you can reach them, because you need to make sure that you can offer your product at the right time and to the right people. Keep going with some key metrics. How are you going to measure success or not? And then move to a cost structure. So what will it take to create this ideal product? How many resources, how much investment is needed before you have a fully live product? And finally, unfair advantage. So list anything that you could have on your team or in your company as an unfair advantage, whether some extreme experts in a specific field or some cutting edge technology which could put you ahead. So I invite you to test this out. It is a process which takes some time, and you'll see that it also iterates and changes over time. The more customer feedback you get with the early adopters and the evangelists, then the more you can tweak it and try to understand the different elements better to get to that problem solution fit.